Samuel ORTOM of Benue State has reacted to a recent comment made by ATIKU Abubakar during the presidential interactive session organized by Arewa Joint Committee in Kaduna State. Recall that a viral video had captured ATIKU saying he was angry with Governor ORTOM for profiling Fulanis as terrorists and bandits. Reacting to ATIKU's comments in a video shared on YouTube by Channels TV, Governor ORTOM said he never profiled all Fulanis as terrorists. He said he has no problem with the Fulanis who are originally from Nigeria and that the people he always addresses as terrorists are foreigners from neighboring countries. At 6:20 minutes into the said video, Governor ORTOM said, "I have never profiled any Fulani man. I have always qualified anytime I call Fulanis. These are Fulanis from Niger, from Mali, from Senegal, Libya, and Chad, who have come together and said they will take over our country to become their own, and that is why they have displaced our people. I have no problem with Fulanis. I have Fulani in my government, and I have never sent any Fulani man away from Benue State. All that I said is that we have a law in place. Let everybody be law-abiding." Governor ORTOM added that ATIKU excluded him from his presidential campaign and that he chose the members of his campaign council from Benue State without consulting with him. Of course, now he cannot consult with you because you are on the side of Wiki, and the day they inaugurated the election or the campaign, you were not there. Of course, you are with Wiki, so there's no way you fault him on that. But that being said, but the main thing is that how do we know Nigeria Fulani from Nigeria? Because the Fulanis that are in Nigeria, you can't separate them, because the Fulanis that are in Nigeria, they love them, they support them. There's no way you want to say, oh, these people, you can't differentiate them, and that is it. How do you know the one from Nigeria and the one from other neighboring countries that you've mentioned? And don't forget, at least from the statement, from my own point of view, from the statement made by Governor of Bauchi State, Governor Bala Mohammed, when he was being interviewed on Channels TV, I think that was when they were talking about how they, talking about the benefits that Nigerians are supposed to get. I'm just trying to paraphrase. And this man said, all Fulanis from all over the world, anywhere they are, in as much you are a Fulani, automatically you are a Nigerian. And the interviewer, I think it was I don't know whether Kimbaloye that was asking him, or the other people, but at least it was on Channels TV. You can go and Google, go and verify, go and search it. You see that video. Governor of Bauchi State, Bala Mohammed, he said any Fulani all over the world, anywhere you are coming from, you are a Nigerian. So anything that the government wants to do, they need to be part of it. And the interviewer was like, so you mean that the taxpayers' money will be used for people who are outside the country? He said, in as much you're a Fulani person, and I just shook my head and I said, wow, really? So even from ORTOM's statement, how do you not differentiate Fulani from Nigeria and the ones from outside the country? And again, don't forget that Buhari and the rest Fulanis here, they love them, irrespective of where they are coming from. For that governor to have made such statement, so what do you expect? So, and in as much they are not condemning it, so that is their own cup of tea. And again, ATIKU might be quiet, might not be that kind of person that is doing or all of that, but from his posture, you know that this man, no matter what, is going to tend towards the same thing Buhari is doing right now. But thank God that Nigerians are wiser. Thank God Nigerians now know better. So you can't come and tell us bamboozle with all manner of nonsense. And that was what they could have done if Nigerians from the southern part of the country had agreed to that Ruga. That is it. But in the case of whether ATIKU excluded you or not from his presidential campaign, it's neither here nor there. You guys go and say to yourself. But the one thing that is affecting Nigeria is the lives of the people, your people, and everyone across Nigeria. And the Buhari and the Fulanis that we have seen, they don't condemn the activities and the atrocities of these so-called Fulanis. How do you differentiate them? How do you differentiate them? Let the foreign Fulanis leave Nigeria and go to wherever they belong. That is all. Atiku is just exposing himself. Atiku is one of them. Atiku is manifesting in full glare his ethnic bigotry. Of course, somebody that said, oh, the Northerners don't even need the Igbos, they don't need Yoruba, they don't need this. So what do you expect? Somebody that deleted his tweet concerning Deborah's death. So what do you expect? Do you need a fool? Do you need a soothsayer? You see all these politicians from the southern part of the country, they don't care because they believe that their own corner, they don't hold their corner tight. Nothing dey happen. So if ordinary Nigerians are complaining, they don't care. They don't even see it as anything because they know that whether a Fulani man enter or any Igbo man enter, they will benefit from it. So that is where the problem lies. You can imagine how many of these southern governors, how many of them has come out to condemn the act. Okay, of course, it is the only person I know from the southern part of the country is a governor of Ondo State. Of course, he does not even call names. His own is that anybody where they do anyhow that wants to make life uncomfortable for his people, he will not even tolerate it, and that's why he's so really hard on this. Was so interested in this Amotekun, and he has been doing all he can to make sure that his people are safe. But the rest of them, forget it. Is he the one? Is his neighbor there? Fayemi, that one. It was only when Fayose was there that you could say that he was just up and doing, and they had started since that time, and that was where he caught their wings. So, but this other one, forget it. So this article of a man, Nigerians, make una look well, oh. And again, it does not even look good for Atiku to succeed Buhari. It doesn't look good at all. Is Atiku a Fulani? Yes, so yes, he is. Are you not aware? Over 90% of Boko Haram, Iswa bandits, S-men that have been terrorizing Nigerians are Fulanis. Every Fulani in this territory is a terrorist because every Fulani stands for 1804 fraud, nicknamed Fulani Caliphate with its emirates. 1804 fraud, nicknamed Fulani Caliphate with its emirates is terrorism. 1914 fraud, nicknamed Nigeria is terrorism. Atiku, who is a Fulani from Futa Jalon, is a terrorist funding terrorism for Fulani minority rule over the territory natives. 1804 fraud, nicknamed Fulani Caliphate with its emirates, has come to an end, in which only Hausa people and so on of the north are legitimate traditional rulers, political office holders over their God-given native land. Well, we are obedient. Peter Obi is our next president. End of Fulani occupation. But some of your politicians don't know that too. Well, that is the beginning of his falling. Fulani bandits will do worse under Atiku. God forbid he becomes Nigeria president. Atiku can never smell Aso Rock. He may only wish it forgets the old greedy man. He shouldn't even have considered contesting for president for in the first place. How could he contest when Buhari is to just finish 8 solid wasted years to hand over to Atiku of the same north? Abba Dambaza Kewe. Okay, Atiku will not be different from Buhari. Nigeria need a unifier. He lost his chances in 2019 because he used it to play north for north. So stylishly backed down for a Buhari to win, just like what they told Tambuwa to do. To do him that so that he could win the primary. I was in support group of all these years until after his tribal sentiment played out in 2019, and I'm very sure I was not the only one that felt bad on his tribal play. Now, after he lost 8 years, he is now struggling to come back without thinking of his age. Too bad, because he defeated himself then. Nigerians Fulanis are not the problem per se. Those killer foreigners Fulanis that mostly come from neighboring countries invited by APC government. But the ones here are not condemning them. That's where the problem is. So anybody who is even associating them together, it should not be blamed. Should not be blamed. They are not condemning their acts. So guys, let's hear your opinion on Atiku's and Governor ORTOM's drama.